Hi everyone, my name is Lenia Sofia Martínez Cabrera. I'm a current student of high school number 9, and today I'm going to explain my final integrated product in which I decided to make a mixed circuit. So I'm going to explain the theoretical framework of this, and the next thing I'm going to do is explain the materials and procedure for the realization of this project, and I will conclude with conclusion. So I'm going to start with the theoretical framework. I decided to make the mixed circuit, which is a mixture of both parallel and in series circuit. To begin to develop the theoretical framework of what a mixed circuit is, first I'm going to describe what a parallel circuit and a series circuit are. A parallel circuit is a connection of devices, generators, resistors, capacitors, coils, etc., in which the input terminals of all the connected devices coincide with each other, as do their output terminals. Following a hydraulic simile, two water tanks connected in parallel will have a common inlet that will feed, as well as a common outlet that will drain both at the same time. In the houses, all the loads are connected in parallel in order to have the same voltage. When circuit elements are in parallel, the total current through these elements is the sum of the individual current of each branch element. The magnitude of each individual current will depend on the value of the resistance by Ohm's law. Making it clear what a parallel circuit is, we will continue to explain what a series circuit is. A series circuit is a connection configuration in which the terminals of the devices, generators, resistors, capacitors, inductors, switches, among others, are connected successively. That is, the output terminal of a device is connected to the input terminal of the next device. Following a hydraulic analogy, two water tanks will be connected in series if the outlet is first connected to the inlet of the second. An electric battery is usually made up of several electric cells connected in series in order to achieve the required voltage. When circuit elements are in series, the total current through those series elements is the same. Let's leave circuits aside to go on to explain what a mixed circuit is. A third type of circuit involves the dual use of series and parallel connections in one circuit. Such circuits are called mixed circuits, combined circuits, or mixed connections. So, in an electrical mixed circuit with several components, there are only two possible connection forms, which are series and parallel, as I already said. You can also mix and match configurations using series and parallel components in the same circuit. The behavior of the current and the voltage difference are different depending on whether the elements are in series or parallel. This opens the door to infinite combinations, allowing you to design circuits and configurations with a desired goal. Over here, I'm going to put the bibliographic references in APA format. I think I used 3 or 4 links, but here they are. So, leaving aside the theoretical framework of this project, which I already explained it, I'm going to explain now the materials and instructions for the realization of this project, which is easier than I thought. You will use 3 spotlights, 3 rossettes, 1 wooden board, 1 battery or a battery adapter. I used a battery adapter, it's easier actually. 1 meter of the number 22 wire, 6 metal screws, 1 screwdriver, 1 electric lamp, and a knife, razor, or cutter. So now I'm going to explain the procedure. First, you need to put the 3 rosettes with the spotlights next to each other and screw them to the wooden board. Next, you have to connect them through the cable in this way. I'm going to be putting some images so you can have a better comprehension. Now, it's really important to connect the positive pole on the leg next to the base and the negative pole on one of the screws. It's also really important that any of the cables isn't touching the base of the rosette. Next, you have to connect the wire ends of the battery adapter to one of the rosettes like this. With the entire circuit connected by connecting the adapter caps, the circuit should work like this. So how do we know it works? We must do the following. As we can see, one of the 3 bulbs receives more electricity than the other 2. When disconnecting the bulb that receives more energy, the other 2 should not go out. When disconnecting one of the 2 bulbs that emit less light, both should go out. Well, now that you already saw this, I'm going to explain the conclusion. To conclude, I'm going to end with this brief text that I wrote according to what I learned in the realization of this project. In conclusion, I think that the topic of combining two types of electrical circuits and thus obtaining a third type of electrical connection is really interesting. I first understood the difference between a series and a parallel circuit, its elaboration, characteristics, functions, among others. And this work allowed me to know, to learn, and even create each of the circuits, each of the three types of circuits, and know their characteristics and differences, such as their intensity, their voltage, and their resistance. So this was my work for my final integrating product. I hope you really liked it. I hope you really understood this topic, and I hope it explained it in a way that you could have a better comprehension of the topic. I really like this project, as I already said, and thank you for your attention.